haven't seen my previous video, you probably should, because that teaches you some basics of Scratch. So you know how to do stuff and move things like that. So this time I'll teach you how to make a quiz game. And as usual, we don't like our little pussy ringing around, so we cut him out of our picture. And for a new thing, I already have this planned out. I will choose a monkey. And as usual, we don't want these extra costumes hanging around, or else it'll just do some bad stuff usually. So, yay, little monkey. And since it's a quiz game, where's the better place to learn than school? And I know probably half of you shut this video off because I said the word school. Don't worry, it's not going to be that boring. Oh yeah, I have to get through this video fast because every video has to be 15 minutes or shorter. Where's that school? I found him. And I apply it to this. And as usual, the thing is already set to where he goes. And this time I'm not going to do accurate stuff because that just messes it up. So as usual, I want the game to start when that's clicked, and I want to go to there. And later, for when the answer shows up, I have to make him hide. So he has to show right now. So the next time you play it, it's not starting hiding. So when I do this and do this, he should appear like this. And these things are appearances to make him say stuff, and temporarily, and this makes him say it forever until he says something temporary. These are think blocks, which give you a think thing, and these make him think until he thinks temporarily. So when it starts, I want him to say hello for 2 seconds and for 5 seconds. For the answers, you'll have to click numbers. So I'll do this. 2, 8, apply. Half of my things might be spelled wrong, but I'm just going with it. To apply the answer, click the number it represents. Oh, this is Tumblr. And I think I'll do that for 7 seconds. And to make sure it's recording, I forgot to do that. Yeah, it's working. So then he'll say the question. You want him to say it so the whole time you can look at it. Or it might get in the way, so temporary. Yeah. Say who, oh, I'm just gonna do some obvious stuff. Was the first president of the USA. And I want to say it for 10 seconds. And then I have to draw the answers as a sprite for what they are. That might take some time, so I'll be right back. Okay, so I have them all drawn. George Washington, Abraham Lincoln, Teddy Roosevelt, and Thomas Jefferson. And I want one in this corner, and this corner, and this corner, and this corner. And of course I don't want them this big. So I take an, if this is clicked, motion, go to this, and I want them to come this corner, this corner, this corner, and this corner. I'll manage the size later. So it is, you mainly only have to get one. So x negative 150, y 100, x go to x negative 150, y 100, and for different corners the x-axis for negative and positive go to the same number. So I just have to make 4 of these, but for this one I turn it into positive 150, and this one I turn it into positive 150 and negative 100. And this one I turn into negative and negative and negative 100. So I just have to put these in every one. Oh, this one just I can throw it. So I just have to place these in each one. Oh, this is already in here. This, and this. So once that's done, it should be like that. But now I just have to manage the size issue. So it should be in looks. Set size to, I think 40% would work. Oh yeah, and these I would make it weird. So I just attach these. And let's see how long it's been. You won't be able to see it, but I will. 8 minutes, not too bad. So, and I want them hiding. And I'll have to teach you broadcasting in this. I want him hiding because once he finishes saying the question, that's what I want him to appear. So once he's done saying these, I want him to go to events and broadcast message 1. Broadcasting sends something to another sprite to make it do something. So broadcast message 1, or you can make a new message, and so you can have lots of messages. We'll be using a lot. So broadcast. So in this, when I receive message 1, I want it to show. I'll just duplicate this and put it in everything. Adding it. So he'll say the question, and then they'll pop up in all of the corners. But I said the answers will be made by what number you click. So first I'll write it down. I need to know what's in what corner first. Hello. To apply the answer, click the number that represents it. That it represents. Who was the first president of the USA? It gives you some time. And now George Washington is number 1. Abraham Lincoln is too. You can write their full name, that you just wasn't taking the time. So, and this is where I'm gonna plug everything in. So I go here, and when these, I take 4 of these, because I'm gonna change them into 1, 2, 3, and 4. Oh, I mean, I have to switch these. Actually, I'll keep it like this. Teddy Roosevelt is 3, and that's 4. So 1, 2, 3, 4. I know it's a little weird, but I messed up, and I'm just keeping it that way. So now we just change these. Change this to 1. Change this to 2. Change this to 3. And change this to 4. So if 1 is pressed, I want it to go right, and if 2 is pressed, 3 or 4, it goes wrong. So I don't want it to start off on the right or wrong screen. So when that is pressed, switch backdrop to backdrop 1, which is the school. So I have to make new backdrops that say right and wrong. I'll be right back once I'm done with that. Okay, so I drew them. Number 2 is right in backdrop, and 3 is wrong. So I go to script for this. If 1 is pressed, switch backdrop to backdrop 2 actually, and the rest is backdrop 3. So now it should be like, I think this should be a little shorter. And this should be 7. Enter. To apply the answer, click the number it represents. Who is the first president of the United States of America? I'll choose 3. Wrong. Oh yeah, and it has to broadcast something so everyone hides. So when it broadcasts something for wrong, I also have to do it like this. Broadcast 2. Okay, so broadcast 2. Broadcast 2. I changed it to 2. Broadcast 2. And if it's wrong, I want it to stop all. So I come here and write stop all. So the game's completely over. The entire thing just freezes if you click stop all. Stop all, stop all, stop all. Just over this, I'll teach you how to make multiple questions if you get it right. In broadcasting number 2, I have to make it so everything hides. So I'll just put in every sprite in when receive broadcast 2, it hides. And I have to make a 2-part episode because the video will become too long. So